5 women's swimwear brands you've probably never discussed just quietly amassed roughly $600 million in combined sales, capturing nearly 20% of a market headed toward $28 billion by 2030. One sells full bikini sets under $10. Another built its fit system on 1.5 million body measurements. The question isn't whether they're worth your money, it's how they got this big without anyone noticing. Cupshe didn't start as a household name. In 2015, Zhao Liming launched the brand in Nanjing, China, with a simple premise: deliver trendy swimwear at prices that undercut almost every Western rival. In 2021, Cupshe was pulling in $150 million in annual sales, a figure that puts it well beyond the realm of a scrappy startup. That kind of growth doesn't happen by accident. Vision Knight Capital, a private equity firm chaired by former Alibaba CEO David Wei, injected $15.4 million into the business. The investment fueled a rapid expansion across Amazon and direct-to-consumer channels, letting Cupshe scale up just as the global swimwear market began its climb toward a projected $28 billion by 2030. On Amazon, Cupshe's bikini sets usually land in the $30 to $40 range. That's not the rock-bottom price of ultra-budget competitors, but it's still far below what most mall brands charge for a single top. The brand's secret weapon isn't a breakthrough in fabric or fit. It's a relentless affiliate engine. Thousands of micro-influencers, many with just a few thousand followers, post try-ons and reviews in exchange for commissions that range from 5 to 15%. The economics are simple. Cupshe pays only when a sale is made, and the influencer takes on the burden of content creation. For shoppers, it means endless streams of real-life photos and discount codes, especially across Instagram and TikTok. For Cupshe, it's a steady funnel of new buyers, with minimal upfront marketing risk. But there's a catch behind the bargain. Fit and sizing complaints are common enough to drive a 30% return rate, a number confirmed in the company's own investor deck. That's double or triple the average for Amazon apparel sellers, and it creates a constant churn in logistics and inventory. Some buyers praise the quick refunds and trendy prints, while others warn about the hassle of partial refunds and shipping label fees after the first return. The brand's solution is to offer free returns on the first in-app order, then charge $9.99 for each label after that. It's a balancing act. Keep new customers happy, but discourage serial returns that can eat into already thin margins. Cupshe's rise proves that low price doesn't always mean small scale. With $150 million in sales and a global reach, the brand sits at the crossroads of affordability and mass market ambition. Yet the same forces that drive its growth, aggressive pricing, micro-influencer buzz, and flexible return policies, also expose the pain points that keep some shoppers wary. The next question is whether the rest of the budget swimwear field has found a way to solve the fit puzzle that still dogs Cupshe's business. Somersault's rise in the crowded swimwear market didn't come from flash sales or viral TikTok hauls. Instead, founders Lori Coulter and Reshma Chamberlain bet everything on a single question: could data, not discounts, finally solve the fit problem that haunts swimwear buyers? Launched in 2017, Somersault set out to collect more body measurements than any competitor, over 1.5 million data points from more than 10,000 women. This wasn't just a marketing line. The founders used those measurements to build a proprietary fit algorithm, running real-world tests and redesigning their suits after early failures. The result is a sizing system that promises to match more bodies more closely than the generic small, medium, large charts found at most budget brands. That science comes with a price tag. A full Somersault swimsuit costs less than $95, noticeably higher than Cupshe or Zaful, but still far below traditional designer labels. For that price, buyers get a suit designed from recycled materials, cut for real bodies, and tested for coverage and support. The company's business model supports a roughly 40% gross margin. According to market analysts, that's higher than the ultra-budget players, but it's still a lean margin compared to luxury brands. Somersault keeps overhead low by skipping wholesale markups and selling direct to consumers, relying on its own website and a curated influencer network. Instead of paying thousands for a single celebrity post, the brand partners with mid-sized creators who reflect its focus on body diversity and fit. Somersault's value proposition hinges on more than just numbers. Trustpilot reviews often mention the designer look for less and praise the suits for holding up after repeated use. Yet not every review is glowing. Some Reddit users say the fabric feels thin or loses shape after a season, raising questions about whether the data-driven fit is matched by long-term durability. The debate plays out in comments and forums. Is a $95 suit really a bargain if it lasts only a summer, or does the improved fit and coverage justify paying more than the cheapest options? For shoppers who have struggled with inconsistent sizing and endless returns, Somersault's approach offers a different kind of value. It's a bet that technology, millions of measurements, constant redesign, and algorithmic fit can deliver a better experience, even if it costs a bit more upfront. As the swimwear market keeps growing and more brands chase the lowest possible price, Somersault stands out by making the case that data, not just discounts, can be the real gold mine. Zaful doesn't bother with subtlety. Since 2014, it's made a name for itself by plastering social media with swimwear prices that barely clear the $10 mark. Festival-ready prints, bold colors, and a steady drip of new styles target shoppers who want to look on trend without spending more than the cost of lunch. The brand's playbook is simple. Lure buyers with sub $9.99 pieces, then sweeten the deal with a 15% discount for anyone who downloads the Zaful app. That extra nudge, exclusive to mobile, has turned first-time buyers into serial shoppers, especially during peak sales seasons. But the real engine is not just the price tag, it is the psychology behind the Instagram haul. Influencers, often with only a few thousand followers, flood feeds with try-on videos and unboxings, each one tagged with discount codes and links. The effect is contagious. Shoppers see stacks of bikinis bought for less than the price of a single top at most mall brands. Word spreads fast, and Zaful's app downloads climb. There is little talk of fabric or fit, just the thrill of scoring a whole summer's worth of swimwear for the cost of one designer suit. For buyers who crave novelty and volume, the hype is often enough to overpower any doubts about quality or longevity. Zaful's ultra-low pricing, amplified by app-first discounts and the viral rush of social hauls, has carved out a space where traditional advertising cannot compete. String Shikini sits quietly near the top of Amazon's swimwear rankings, but few shoppers recognize the scale of its reach. Unlike the high-profile brands that chase Instagram fame or splashy influencer partnerships, Shikini has built its business almost entirely on Amazon's algorithm and the power of verified reviews. The strategy is simple: keep marketing spend low, focus on product ratings, and let Amazon's marketplace machinery do the heavy lifting. With chlorine-resistant, stretch-retaining one-pieces and bikinis priced between $25 and $35, Shikini targets buyers who want a suit that lasts a season or two without breaking the bank. The brand's gross margin, estimated at 30 to 35% after Amazon's fulfillment and referral fees, may seem modest, but scale is the real story. Shikini is now counted among the 10 largest Chinese apparel sellers on Amazon. Its review engine churns out thousands of new ratings each month, driving up search visibility and keeping its suits at the top of bestseller lists during peak swim season. But Shikini isn't alone. When you add up the annual sales of Shikini, Zaful, Cupshe, Romwe, and a fifth major Amazon label, the combined revenue approaches $600 million, a sum that accounts for roughly 20% of the entire global swimwear market. It's a hidden block, one that quietly dominates the budget end of the category without ever needing a celebrity endorsement or viral hashtag. For shoppers, these brands deliver affordable, fast shipping options with just enough quality to keep carts full. For the industry, the message is clear. The real power in swimwear lies not with the names you see in magazines, but with the brands that have mastered the science of online reviews and algorithmic shelf space. Right now, millions shop swimwear by swiping through mobile apps and Amazon listings, rarely knowing who owns the brands or how prices drop below $15. As ultra-budget labels shape how and where we buy, the real story isn't just what's cheap, it's who controls the next wave. What's your take?